All right, this is Brother Issachar coming at you with another lesson. First off, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ricans Quadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the aqua that's listening and learning. Today's video is going to be entitled Native American Flute Song for People Passing. Now, I got inspired to do this lesson because I've been listening to a lot of Native American music as far as the flute is concerned. And this is from a YouTube channel. It's from this lady that you see right here on the screen. Her name is Daniela Riojas. And pretty much, she uploads, videos with her just playing the flute and everything. And a lot of the things that she does is very soothing, man. It's very relaxing. And, I just been really interested in this type of music lately because music is a part of my spirit as it is, because, like I said, when I was in the world and everything, I was really heavy into making music, and I still, love to make music. I still like to be a part of it and everything like that. But the thing that makes me so much more interested in other types of music is because, coming into this truth, man, you realize you have a whole family out there that we can't enjoy at the moment. The only way you can really enjoy these different tribes, and speaking about you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the only way that you really can enjoy them is if you're in this truth, because you're around brothers or certain sisters that's part of these different tribes or whatever. But other than that, man, we really can't enjoy each other, man. And that's one of the reasons why, I was just so interested in seeing the different ways of life from the different tribes, man, because we have literally a whole family out there that has these different ways of life, these different spices, flavors that go to them, personally for me, of course, I just grew up around Judah. I grew up around Judah, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, but mainly just Judah, and of course, you'll run into Issachar every now and then, but mainly I just grew up around Judah. And coming into this truth, man, you realize you have all of these other people, man, like this. You have the Indians, Hispanics, the Jamaicans, Haitians. You have all of these different people out here that's our people, our blood, our family, and we can't enjoy them right now, man. And that's one of the reasons why the kingdom is going to be so beautiful as well, because we're all going to finally be able to be around each other and love each other, man. And so, like I said, at certain times, I just find myself going to YouTube and, just looking at different videos of the different tribes or listening to different types of music so I could understand who they are a little bit more. And the more that you do that, you really understand why they are the chosen people of the Most High as well, man. For the ones out there that's saying that, the Hispanics and the Indians are not Israelites, you need to dig deeper, man. Because the more and more you research these people, and I remember Apostle Tahar was saying this, he was like, man, these scriptures really start to come alive as well once you dwell among these different tribes. Then you can really understand that they are Israelites as well. All right. And so that's one of the things I do from time to time. I'll listen to different types of music. And so far, one of my favorite ones is this flute. I really like, the music that that Gad and Reuben brings out as far as the flute is concerned. Like I said, you just sit back. I found myself, just probably have like a glass or whatever I'm drinking. I'll just put my headphones on and listen to this, and I, just stay in the spirit a little bit, but to stop rambling and everything like that. I say all of that because she named, as you can hear in the background, hopefully you can hear it clear enough. She named this specific song that she did on this flute. She named it a prayer for people passing into the spirit realm. And when I heard that, when I read that, and then I'm over here listening to this, it instantly, brought me to the point where I'm just like, thinking about scriptures where it says death is better than, sickness. When we go to the spirit world, we all know that we're finally at rest. A lot of people don't understand what death is and everything like that. People think that when you die, you go to hell, so forth and so on, man. But as we all know, actually, when you die, man, you are finally at rest and you're in your right mind. And so while I'm over here listening to this, I was just like, you know what? This is a lesson right here, man. And I was like, why not go into that and bring these out to show that when you die, you are at rest. All right. So let's get into that. So let's first bring out Ecclesiastes. We're going to go to Ecclesiastes 12:6. And it says, or ever the silver cord be loose, or the golden bowl be broken, or the pitcher be broken at the fountain, or the wheel broken at the cistern, then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto the Most High who gave it. So as we all know, when we die, our flesh goes back into the dust, as it should, and then our spirit returns into the Most High. That's what happens when you die. You don't go to hell, anything like that, man. Your spirit returns to the Most High. You instantly go in front of Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. They let you know everything that's going on, let you know what your judgment is, what's going to happen to you when you come back on this earth, and so forth and so on. And pretty much you just wait up there in the spirit realm until he feels like it's time for you to come back down here on earth. Okay? As we all know, you come back every 3 to 4 generations. Salakia, all right? So read it again. It says, then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto the Most High who gave it. All right? Now let's jump from there and let's go to Ecclesiastes. Stay in the same book, 7:1. It says, a good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth. This is one of the reasons why we condemn birthdays, because we understand that birthdays are wicked, because it's nothing but worship of self. You're worshiping yourself. You're getting everybody around you to give you all the attention in the world, shower you with gifts, take you out, feed you, and everything like that. And you expect people to treat you better than any other day of the year. All right, just because you lived for another year, as far as your life is concerned, as far as your fiscal year, you can say, But it says right here, the day of death is better than the day of one's birth. Why is that? Because when you go into this, like we just read, when you die, your spirit returns to the Most High, and the Most High puts you at rest there, man. He puts you at rest. You don't have anything to worry about, and you're in your right mind. You understand the correct way to live, and this is why when you go into the spirit realm, you already know people don't want to come back down here. They see how beautiful the spirit realm is, the spirit world. Salakia got me saying Ram like the name of her video. But anyway, when you go into the spirit world, you get to see the beauty of how beautiful it is. And as we all know, the kingdom is going to pretty much mirror the spirit world here on earth. When the kingdom is established right here on earth, it's going to mirror that. All right. And this is why we can't wait for the kingdom to come. All right. But as we all know, we don't have anything to be proud of. Just because you lived to your next birthday, that shouldn't make you proud, and that shouldn't put you in a position to where you feel like you need to celebrate. All right, because we understand that we were brought here to serve captivity. Once you understand these scriptures, once you understand who you are, you have nothing to be proud of. You are here to serve captivity. You are here to die. And that's just plain, man. Point blank to the point. Point blank, period. You are here to serve captivity. You are here to cry. You are here to be in sorrow. Okay? You were here to just be the lowest of the low. So why would you celebrate you living even longer? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying go out and do something stupid like, well, let me just go ahead and just get myself out of this world or whatever. Scriptures tell you about that. Scriptures tell you don't destroy yourself with your own hands. All right. Don't be doing this stupid shit, man. You know, you're supposed to come down here, and once you understand that you're here to serve your captivity, you're supposed to serve it, man. This is our punishment. This is what we deserve. All right. So you understand that, and then you just do what you got to do, because we understand this is not forever. We understand that a change is coming. We won't have to worry about being in captivity anymore. All right. And then once you look at our history and all of the wicked things that we have done, that's, like I said, that's instantly puts you to the point where you just like, you know what? Yeah, let me do what I got to do. You know, so you serve your captivity. But at the end of the day, once you come across this truth, you know, you do what you got to do. You read, you study, you acknowledge Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, and you do the best that you can every single day. All right. And it is what it is. So let's jump from there to Sirach 30 and 17. This is Sirach chapter 30, verse 17. And it says, death is better than a bitter life or continual sickness. This is everywhere, man. When you go into certain scriptures, it speaks about, you know, how death is better than actual life. Because the reason, like I said, the reason why is because when you go into the spirit world, you're at rest. You're at rest. You don't have to worry about people being over you, because you're in the presence of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. You have automatic protection because everything is being orchestrated and ran up there, man. You know, and you'll see the angels are there and everything like that. You don't have to worry about anything. You just there, man, resting. Just resting, man, chilling. All right. So at the end of the day, this is what happens when you go into the spirit world. You have rest, you know. And that's why I found it fitting, you know, to play her music in the background while I did this video, because like I said, she named it. This is a prayer for those who passed away and went into the spirit realm. And, you know, and pretty much, you know, when you in the spirit realm, this is how you feel. You feel just like this flute song right here. You feel at ease. OK, so now let's jump to Psalms 40 and 1. This is Psalm chapter 40, verse 1. And it says, to the chief musician, a psalm of David. I waited patiently for the Lord, and he inclined unto me and heard my cry. He brought me up also out of an horrible pit, out of the miry clay, and set my feet upon a rock, and established my goings. And he hath put a new song in my mouth, even praise into our power. Many shall see it and fear, and shall trust in the Lord. Blessed is that man that maketh the Lord his trust, and respected not the proud, nor such as turn aside to lie. So at the end of the day, he's putting a new song in our mouth right now as well, man. He's waking us up to our true heritage. He's giving us our understanding back. He's making us realize that we do have a chance, and better days are coming. Salvation is coming as long as you do the will of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And we're out singing this new song right now. We're telling people to not continue to be African Americans, blacks, Mexicans, Brazilians, Puerto Ricans, Haitians, Native Americans, the Seminole Indians, so forth and so on, man. We're telling y'all to stop living like that and come back to who you really are. Come back to Israelites. Come back to Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Issachar, Zebulon, Ephraim, so forth and so on, man. Come back to that, because that's the truth, and that's what's going to set you free. Like I said, the truth shall set you free, man. Okay, so we're singing this new song, man. We're singing this new song, and we're hoping that, well, we're not hoping, we know the elect is going to wake up. So that's what we're doing it for. You know, we're not doing this for everybody. We're doing this for the elect, because the elect are going to hear this new song. And, you know, and we want to be a part of this new song as well. We don't want to not stop listening to this song, man. You know, we want to keep listening to it, man. We want to keep having this spirit upon us, so then we can possibly make it as well, man. All right. Now let's jump to Revelation 20 and 4. This is Revelation chapter 20, verse 4. And it says, and I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai, and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, nor received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. and they lived and reigned with Yahushua 1,000 years. So at the end of the day, this is a scripture where we understand that some of us will have to die within this truth. But when that time comes, man, we are hoping the Most High gives us the spirit to realize what's getting ready to happen, but we deal with it, because once again, what happens when we realize when we die? What we just read, we realize all happens. We go to the spirit world, but this time, if some of us have to die for this truth, we realize that we're going to go up to the spirit world for that short amount of time, and then he instantly is going to raise us back up from the dead, man, when the chariots come, and we're going to reign with Yahushua 1,000 years. The ones that die in this truth, they're going to be the first ones to be beamed up in the chariots, man. They're going to be the first ones, because you did something that was great. You kept this thing literally unto death, showing you again that it's nothing wrong with it, man. You got a lot of people out there that's afraid of it, but if they realize this truth and they realize, the actual aspect of it, they wouldn't. They will understand that, hey, well, you doing me a favor, so to speak. That's why it says in the scriptures, I forget where it's at, but it says, don't fear men, but fear the one that takes away the, don't fear. What is I'm butchering it. Let me see if I can find it. When it says, fear the one that take away flesh and soul. You're supposed to fear them. You're supposed to fear Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, man. He can take away your flesh and your soul. The only thing that Esau can do is to take away your flesh, but that don't mean he can't take away your spirit, man. So as soon as your spirit goes back in front of the Most High, it is what it is. All right, you safe. You good. And like I said, the ones that die in this truth, man, they're going to be the first to go up into the chariots, man. So we shouldn't be afraid of death, man. If we have to go through that, we should just embrace it. Because you never know, man. He might not even have to have you go through that. He might just put you in a guillotine just so he can see how much faith you have. Then next thing something might happen. And then next thing you receive spiritual power. You receive that new body or whatever the case may be. And then you escape. Because the Most High is going to perform miracles within these last days. So at the end of the day, always remember that, man. Let's stay in the same book. Let's go to Revelation 2 and 10. Pretty much going to stay in Revelation for the rest of this lesson. It's Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. And it says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried. And you shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So at the end of the day, you're supposed to be faithful unto death, and he's going to give you a crown of life. And we just read it that we're going to reign with Yahushua 1,000 years, because you're going to be part of the 144,000. All right. So you're supposed to be faithful unto death, so then you can receive everlasting life. You're going to be the first fruits. You're going to see the kingdom established from the ground up. You're going to take down your enemies. You're going to be in those new bodies. You're going to be beside Yahushua. Nothing but win situations in that moment, man. This is a thing to fight for, man. This is a thing to get into heavy. Yahushua went through it. He went through his hour of temptation. And now look, he's going to receive all the glory and the honor in the world, man, and the power. And we're going to be likewise, man. We're just not going to be above him, but we're going to rule as well. We just read it. We're going to be kings too. And that's the thing to fight for, man. You don't want to come back, and we understand that 2/3 of our people are going to come back in the kingdom. And, they're going to be okay as well. But you don't want to come back like that, because as it is written, when 2/3 come back, they're going to be shamefaced for a while. They're going to recognize how wicked they were, and their head is going to be down for a while, man. You don't want that. You don't want that feeling, man. You want to have the feeling of you actually believing in something and keeping that faith of belief all the way into the end, man. All right. So let's get one last scripture that we're going to close it. We're going to get Revelation 21 and 2. This is Revelation chapter 21, verse 2. And it says, and I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. All right. This is, this is a people before a place. When it speaks about Jerusalem coming down from out of heaven, it's speaking about we come down out of those chariots, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. We're going to have our beauty back. inward and outward, because we're going to be in those new bodies. All right. And it says, I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them. And they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them and be their power. And the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. So we understand that this current world and everything that we know in this world, everything that we have experienced in this world are going to be passed away. He's going to wipe away all of our tears and all of our sorrows and pain. There shall be no more death. We're going to literally have immortality, because we're literally going to become gods. Gods, man. All right. We're going to be kings, but we're going to be in those godly bodies. We will never die again, man. Only ones that's going to be dying are the heathen nations. They're not going to receive this. And this is one of the special things about being an Israelite, man. This is why we're trying to get people to realize what's coming for you. Literally, you're about to live a comic book. You're about to live these sci-fi worlds. You're about to live something that's extraordinary. The most Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua has been creating and doing things for these past thousands of years. Because you got to remember, one day here is 1,000 years to the Lord. Yahushua was off of the scene 2,000 years ago. 2,000 years ago, man. So that's a lot of days, a lot of time that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua has just been inventing, creating, preparing the kingdom, man. We are about to see, we are about to see true beauty and greatness, man. So at the end of the day, you should not be afraid of death. You should not be afraid to come out here and do what you got to do, man. Don't be afraid of anything. I remember Elder Manasseh Cubans from South Carolina. He said, hey, man, come out here and let the Lord protect you. He said, and let the Lord protect you. Because that's the whole thing, man. The Most High wants to look out for you, man. But the only way he's going to do that is if you prove your faith, man. You got to do what's necessary for him. All right. So remember that, man. There will be no more death if you keep your faith until death. All right. So keep doing what you got to do, man. So I hope this was edifying. So with that, I'm going to say, call Halayim, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Akwath that's listening and learning. And Yahweh Ratazah, I'll be back with another lesson. Keep pushing, Yasharala. Keep pushing. We almost out of here. Shalom.